Hi everyone. Welcoming you all to another exciting episode of Iconic Ads with me, your host Devlina, and our expert co-host Mr. Saurav Bajaj. Hi Saurav.
Hi guys.
So Saurav, what is next? I mean, we have been discussing very interesting campaigns.
I think let's stick to our theme of exploring different categories. And now that we're done with the cement, we're done with consumer products, we have done financial services as discussed the last time. Let's move on to jewelry.
And I'm also excited. I mean, as we have discussed, let's dig deep into my connects and find out. And to be in my surprise, I mean, I have got a connect and I have got a campaign where we are going to discuss this conventional category with unconventional way of branding. And the most interesting part is the people who are in the ad campaigns.
Even when I was in my time with Cadbury, right, I would always be fascinated by the fact that so many Bollywood and other stars actually start with ad campaigns. So, Cyrus Borcha, who was there in a Dairy Milk film before he became Cyrus Borcha, right? Similarly, that actress who played the role of Sweetie from Hum Panch, she was there in one of Dairy Milk's iconic ads of, Kuch Meeta Ho Jaye, where they were just transitioning towards the child within you. I remember that sequence in which she decides to take a run with her friend, and she's around 18, 20 in that film. So that was really sweet. So I think in this sector as well, I think we have the opportunity of exploring some ads which have got some memorable faces, which are probably large stars now, but maybe they were not then.
I am talking on the same page. So we have, Deepika Padukone, right?
Right.
Ami Gautam. So we are going to talk
Yes.
about the ads which they have been appeared much before their first movies. So
Lovely. That sounds like a lot of fun.
yeah, I felt it very interesting, and I can't wait to discuss about it more.
Right. And jewelry ads are all are all really beautiful, but I think the ones which are in the East are quite special.
Yes. So yes, because see, it's a Bengali brand, it's a Bengali campaign, and Bengal and jewelry are very well connected. So
Anonymous.
before we start, before I invite my guest, can we play the ad? So
Sure, let's go for it.
দেখি তো কেমন লাগছে একেবারে টানা কাটা পরি বট দেখলে না পাগল হয়ে যাবে নে দুলটা নে
ও লাগছে দে আমায় দে বলিসছে
তোমায় দেখেছি শারদ প্রাতে, তোমায় দেখেছি মাধবী রাতে, তোমায় দেখেছি হৃদি মাঝারে। আমি চিনি গো চিনি তোমারে, ও গো বিদেশী।
যা কিছু শুভ নতুন জীবনের পথে থাকবে সাথে পিসি চন্দ্র জুয়েলার্স।
রে বিয়ে করবি?
बाबा कौन है
वो कोई नहीं। ये देखो ये
लड़का अच्छा है तो आप लोग क्या कर रहे हो कुछ नहीं बेटा क्या कर रही हो वर्किंग माँ या नेटवर्किंग ना रे मेरी शादी में थोड़ी सी सजावट गहने रोशनी माथे पे एक टिकली एक भारी सा हार हाथों में चूड़ियां कानों में झुमके और दूल्हा
पीसी चंद्र ज्वेलर्स, सब कुछ शुभ।
Such beautiful pieces, right? So sensitive, emotional, yet getting the best out of both the actresses. I can't wait to figure out what really went on behind the scenes when these were shot.
either me, Saurabh. So let me invite my guest for that. So I have a guest who is very energetic, dynamic, and an industry expert. And I'm sure when she's here, the energy is going to double up 2x with whatever we have. So let me invite Miss Suman Verma, who is the Chief Marketing Officer of Hamdard Laboratories. She has been working with many brands in her career, so I can't wait to see her. Hi Suman.
Hi, Suman.
Suman, we have watched the ad commercial. Okay, so it's amazing. It's beautifully created. What I loved about the ad is it's invoking emotion, at the same time excitement, the thrill. It's full of the mixed emotion which a bride carries. So tell us about how did the idea hit, and whose brainchild is this? Like how you have come across with this?
You know, I think one of the things that I feel that has changed in the jewelry advertising, and I don't have that deck right now to share with you, but I can share it with you, because when we went on from here, we went on to working on this brand called PC Chandra, okay, which is Bengal's #1 jeweler.
Yeah.
I think we created masterpieces for them, really masterpieces. And this came out in one conversation in a wedding that we had gone to. So this girl Suchi, who was my creative partner, and I really think that she created, you know, the best work in jewelry. Even today I can say, though I love a lot of work that Tanishq does, but some of her insights were so incredible that, you know, you don't see. A lot of good ideas get replicated in many ways, because an idea can be an idea, right? And it can come to anybody sitting in any part of the geography. But this girl, you know, we were sitting and there was the Shehnai that was going on, and I'm like, oh my God, what is it? Why does it make you feel so weepy? You know, it's not a sound that makes you feel happy somewhere. Yeah. And it does, you know, and there's something about sarangi I can't tolerate. It just gets to me, right? So she and I spoke a lot about it, and she smiled. So I said, what happened? She says, you've given me a thought, and let's see what comes out of it. And very honestly, we forgot about it. 3 days later, she said, you know, I have a campaign and let's go and pitch for this business. So I said, what is that? So she said, this whole campaign is done to the sounds of the wedding house. In a wedding house, there are sounds, right? So there is Shehnai, there is conch shell, shank, you know, in Bengali wedding. Then there is this sound that they do, which is an evil water, that's ulu, right? They do that. Then there is many other sounds that happen. So she said, has it ever occurred to you that these sounds tell a bride something? Perhaps. And she's not married and I'm not married. So both of us are like, oh God, what is it telling you? I said, it makes me depressed. So she says, yes, but it must be telling the bride something, right? So we did an entire campaign on the sounds of the wedding. And it says, you see, Deepika Padukone was my model.
And how did you identify the brand ambassador, the face of the brand, Deepika Padukone?
I think Deepika had just done a Limca ad and we got her to do this campaign. She was a brand ambassador. And we did this campaign where the girl says that the sounds of this wedding is giving me a message, right? So the Ulu tells me, like it was like the conch shell says, it says that, you know, you're now ready for a new life. The evil water, this acts like an evil water. You will have a path of a new life, which will be full of blessings and something. Then Shehnais tell you that your stay with your dad's house ends here, but a new journey begins. So like I said in Bangla, when you hear that, oh my God, that's music to your ears. And it was so beautiful. It was so unusual. That whole campaign, you know, it was on Shadi, the sounds in a Shadi ka ghar. So it was that.
And I feel it's a beautiful observation of picking up the sounds of wedding context and concept here. And I also want you to tell about the main theme of the film, which is, you know, first sight, Shubho Drishti, which is one of the very important ritual of a Bengali wedding. So how did you come across with that?
So Bengalis में जो होता है ना वो पान के पत्ते से you cover your
Right.
face and calm. The bride sees the groom in front of the whole gathering for the first time. That's called Shubha Drishti. So, so our whole campaign was that in a wedding house, the girl is wearing her last bit of jewelry. When everyone says "Dulha aa gaya," the barat has come, and everyone leaves the girl and they go running to see the groom. So it's a very busy house, and it is the natural thing for any bride to want to catch a glimpse of the groom also, right? So the girl goes and peeps from her window and the guy looks up. And that for us was the Shubha Drishti, right? Because we felt that after that one encounter, when you see the girl feeling so coy and the guy smiling, that moment never got captured the next time. Because then after that, any ceremony that you did was only a ceremony. Because it was very clearly that that first moment that when your eyes locked with each other, that was your Shubha Drishti. And that gave goosebumps. I mean, it's an amazing film, and it's only after that Deepika got picked up for her movie with Farhan Khan.
Suman, share some behind the scenes stories with us and audience.
For that matter, I think the client himself would think Deepika was his daughter, and each time she came for a press conference, he would gift her something like a token of appreciation, some jewelry. So it was quite funny, and I still remember. Just as an aside, I must tell you that when Deepika got that role in Om Shanti Om, her career, the first film in her career. She called me and she said, "Now what do I do? Because I have to exit out of this jewelry thing. Now you've gone national and it's coming on television." So I said, "Listen, I can go and tell the client, but he's loved you so much. If he's treated you like a daughter, you have to be nice enough in coming and telling him personally, right? You can't just pick up the phone or write a mail to him." I have to tell you, what a sweet girl she was. She came and she met him and she personally sort of hugged everybody out there, and she thanked them and said that it's because of you that I've got a career break and I owe it to you. And they gave her such a wonderful send off with gifts and all of that. I mean, who does it? But it was amazing.
It's really nice.
So it was a wonderful thing.
Which year was this?
I think it was 8 or 9, 2009. That's when she did, yeah. And she was such a young kid.
But very nice. So this becomes one of those pieces which came before she became a star, and that probably also helped her propel her on a journey.
Yes, that's right. Because she had just done one campaign before that. I think she had done Limca, and then we signed her on. I remember that when we were shooting in Bangalore for this campaign, so we had to go and fetch her and drop her. And her mom would say that, please stop her because just watch. She loves to eat. I mean, how do you keep an eye on a kid who's going to eat a lot? So it was good fun. So, yeah.
Let's talk about another beautiful TV commercial ad from PC Chandra Jewelers, which has featured Yami Gautam, if I remember. And if I remember, Yami Gautam is also one of those actresses which came before her, blockbuster movie Vicky Donor came in the picture. I want you to bring some insights from that TV commercial ad also, Suman.
I think with Yami Gautam, we had done something, there's dating on the internet leading to marriage, and how a family has to come to. So it was again a very interesting thing.
Yami Gautam is definitely one of my favorite stars as well. She's one of those, faces which is very, very fresh. Why don't you tell us more, Suman? Like, how did it start? What was the brief?
So
what was your role?
This I have to tell you, this is a story of our colleague that had happened to us, and we just took her story and we put it right there. Okay, so there was this young kid in our office, and she was, online dating somebody, and she said that every time my parents would come and say get married, and I didn't have the heart to say no to them each time, and I would say that no, right now I'm not ready because I'm too busy with my career and stuff like that. Until she said that one day she was in a great hurry and she left her laptop and she left the chat open, and she came back and her dad found out who she was chatting with. and then so sort of mom tried to understand that, are you really serious about this person? So she said that no, I mean, I don't know, I haven't met him, but I'd like to meet him. And that's where the whole conversation ended. And she said one fine day when I walked into the house and I see that there was a family sitting there, and it was a common thing ki ladka dikhana hai. So she said that I was quite determined that this time I'm going to go wear something black and look so ugly and my parents will jump at me. So she walked in late and she sees this guy sitting with his family. And she said what a surprise it was. And then she said I had no reason to say no to, because then we met in person and we chatted. And we all thought, it was such a lovely story, because this is how parents have become. They also look for grooms now on the internet. And it's actually that entire replica of her real life story that got captured right there. So we used to tell Yami that, Yami, you have to ask her, dig in a little more and say, what is that emotion that you need to carry and capture? Is that an element of surprise, or you're still going to be a little coy? So she said, this girl said that, I was coy because I had never met him. And we were just chatting for a couple of weeks, and I used to think he may be a nice person to look at. And that's how that whole thing happened. So we told our client that a traditional brand like PC Chandra needs to have, the needle has to shift as a behavior shift that has happened in the world today. So when the parents are accepting of this shift in their children's attitude, then the brand also looks progressive when you start telling a story like that. So, so I think the research also said the same thing to us, and it worked.
And Suman, you know what? This is my story as well.
Oh, wow. For Bengalis, that is one thing that you have to say. They are very progressive. They're extremely liberated and progressive in their heads. So just bringing in an internet was an element of modernity more than anything else in communication. So otherwise, you know that Bengalis, you can't teach them more. What India thinks today, Bengali must have thought yesterday.
Correct. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Yeah. But nice. Very interesting examples of two mainline brands, right? Taking their own cuts to modernity and yet displaying the product front and center in the communication, right? As the draw, bringing the focus onto the pieces, but yet wrapping them into narratives which are very fun, easy to watch, and progressive, inspires conversations, talks not just to the purchaser but also to the consumer of the assets.
Yes. And I have to say, but I think, we managed to do great work for our jewelry clients, because both PC Chandra as well as MP Jeweler, they believed in us. And I must say that, so they believed in my creative person. They believed in me a lot. They gave me so much freedom to do what I wanted to do. And I think when that respect and freedom is given, you can't let them down. You do so much more homework than anybody else. So that I have to say, when I'm sitting on that side of the fence, I really felt that it's so easy. Everybody wants to talk about Pepsi and Horlicks and stuff like that. But actually, if you've done good work with people who don't have that much spending ability, but they have the vision and the ability to delegate that responsibility onto your partners and say, come back and give us what you can do best. And I think that's how you work the best. At least I can do the best work with people like that.
Like in the case of Deepika, where she went in to make Om Shanti Om after the last ad. In the case of Yami, the movie that I remember most is there's another movie about her getting married to Ayushmann Khurrana. and there is this whole, a potential divorce that is happening. She belongs to a Bengali household. I think he belongs to the north. There is this whole tussle between families. You guys remember that movie?
Yes, Vicky
I don't.
Donor. The movies.
yeah,
is it,
Vicky Donor, Ayushmann, Yami.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder whether Vicky Donor was before or after the sad film.
No, it was
Whether
after.
it had any
was
role
after.
to play.
No, it had nothing. I think she was just in TV that time. Yami
Okay.
then was just I think a TV artist, and she was doing some modeling, and she was so pretty that you couldn't ignore her.
Nice. So both these ads are actually of times before both these actresses became who they are.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay. Nice. That's a interesting tidbit.
I think Bengali advertising is understood best by you appreciate it when you lived in Bengal, because it's not just pure advertising. It's a crafting of words. It's literature.
Storytelling.
Yeah.
It's a lot to do with storytelling. It's
Yeah.
about getting the right words. If ABP, for example, is a case study in itself, because I think every Bengali knows how the smartly you crafted your lines in there. Eke porte hoy, nale piche porte hoy, which means that you have to read ABP to be ahead of times, or else you're behind times. But the play of words, oh my God, it's so good.
Right.
So you appreciate
And in the
when
first
you
campaign
understood the
also,
language.
First campaign which you shared, the words are really very, nice.
Yeah, it's sort of,
Read
that's
it,
what I
so I
said.
could
It's
read
so
Bengali.
relevant.
It's
Chenoki
so
Amai is
Yeah.
such a,
Janukia.
it just becomes, yeah.
So beautiful and very touchy. Interesting conversation. And Saurabh, what are the 3 takeaways you would like to share with our audience?
Great. No, so what I love about both these ads are that they start with 2 different extremes. At one end, you've got something which is culturally rich, something which is traditional, which is probably the what we expect from a beautiful jewelry ad. At the other extreme, you got something which is very relatable, very refreshing, very different, almost casualization of the marriage occasion in some sense, right? But both are lovely. Now, what is important to understand is why do they both work, and what are the sort of key takeaways that we can have for our audience? Is there any learning for brand people or marketeers that they can leverage in their own daily lives?
Right.
Now, the first big takeaway for me, and this is something that I learned even in my innovation journey at Diageo, the first big learning is that whether it is advertising or it is innovation, most of the insights are captured in the occasion. So whenever we would struggle to figure out, how do we make a whiskey which is expected like this, or a bottle, or a chocolate in this particular space, what we would try to do is we would try to immerse ourselves into that particular occasion. What's going on there? What are people feeling, right? So hence, if you see the first insight which came out in the Yami Gautam ad, right, which is the songs of a wedding, it's only when you immerse yourself in the wedding occasion, you try to deconstruct what's going on around you, you get the insight that, each of those sounds means something, and you can really leverage that to build in a very, very rich context. And hence, like I said, for any marketer, any brand person, any creative person, immersing yourself in the occasion where the brand fits is really, really important for you to get the rich insights. The second big takeout for me is our own cultural history is a rich tapestry of emotions. So if you want to really decode emotions, if you want to present them in a way which is subliminal, so because we've been attending marriages since the age of 2 or 3. Now all of that stuff that religion has codified is captured in our subconscious mind. If you can deconstruct what religion is teaching you, if you can deconstruct what mythology teaches you, if you can deconstruct what are the archetypes, cultural archetypes, which society and religion has created around you, you can again make for very insightful, enriching advertising, which will be loved at a glance. Why is it loved at a glance? Because you've gone through all of this learning in your subconscious mind through your life, right? So deconstruction of our tradition, our mythology, cultural archetypes is really great, really, really important towards making meaningful advertising. The third takeout for me is from the Yami Gautam ad, which is about the fact that, at one side you can do conventional advertising, which is what is driven by the sounds, feels, and experiences of a marriage. But the other end, which is also very, very important, is relatability. If you can get the purchasing cohort to relate to the occasion or relate to a context, the likelihood of stickiness is very high, right? So what does online looking at grooms have to do with marriage, right? It is today's reality. Today's reality is that's what really happens. That's what is really being practiced nowadays. Instead of finding a conventional person to find grooms, you would just go online on Shaadi.com. Now, because it is so culturally relatable today, it is contemporary, it gives an ad a fresh feel, it piques interest, and relatability is always critical towards advertising, and hence, in summary, there were 3 large takeouts. The first large takeout is learn and master the occasion, immerse yourself in the occasion if you want to get the right insights. The second big takeout is understand the cultural background towards our various events that can lead you to a lot of cues for creativity as well as for insight building. And third is relatability. Try to understand what your consumer is today relating to. If you can capture it in a relatable commercial, you're likely to get a lot of stickiness, memorability, and hence success. Right? These for me are the 3 learnings from our conversation today.
Thank you, Saurav. Great learnings and great takeaways, very power pack. So the 3 takeaways which we are getting today is immersed in the occasion, understand the cultural context, and build in relatability.
Awesome. Great. Looking forward to the next conversation, Devrina.
Saurav, what is next?
So, let's continue as long as we can in this theme of exploring different categories. So now we have done, cement as a category. We have done jewelry just now. We obviously did consumer products and we did financial sectors. I think the other big spender in our country is probably the paints category. Do you think we'll have somebody who knows something about that?
Let me go back, dig deep and find out somebody in that category as well. And I'm sure, how we have discussed a lot of interesting stuff in these 3-4 episodes. We have somebody, I'm just thinking, we have somebody who can talk about something very interesting and with a great brand ambassador. So yes, Saurav, I am thinking about Nerolac paint ads. If you remember, a big umbrella and it's shoot somewhere in the South India, a big umbrella, and the brand ambassador is one of my favorite, Shah Rukh Khan. So
wow.
If we bring that campaigns in our episode, how would that be?
That sounds lovely. In fact, we'll continue our journey of uncovering various sectors, and maybe we can figure out some really exciting piece of advertising done by one of the most iconic paint brands in our country.
Yeah, let's figure out what was the brand challenges and the benefits about that.
Great. Let's go for it. Looking forward to next week.
Yes. Thank you, Saurav.